I've been talking a lot about the supports that help students understand, but we also understand that you need some guidance and help and time saving methods, let's be honest. So we outline a sequence of activities that build understanding before, during, and after listening to stories. Tan, you did this just automatically. Before we listened, we talked about how we help someone. During the listening, we chunked it and asked questions. And after the listening, really, after every segment, you asked a question. And you could do that in the classroom too, with them turning and talking or shouting out the name and just getting really like they're involved, they're interacting with the
Exactly.
story. And that
Exactly.
makes it an exciting lesson. So, really, the lessons include a variety of opportunities for students to interact with the media and with each other to practice these skills and build
Right.
academic language.
Right.
For example, we also
And
have
what
listening organizers. You know, you had a drawing activity, and we have printables that do things like some of it is language identification chart. So just when you hear a phrase, you could check it off. It's just a way to, again, a metacognitive strategy for note taking,
right.
following along, and your mind wanders, but you can come back and look at where you are in the story. So that's
Right.
another kind of great way to do
What I
that.
loved, let me summarize what all the features of what Listenwise is doing as I'm listening to this. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, you notice how we didn't make the content easier. This is the equity part when we work with multilinguals. Oftentimes things get dumbed down for them because oh pobrecito, they're just learning English. No, we're gonna keep the mountain the same height, but we're gonna give them multiple paths to get there. We're gonna add different tools to that backpack so they can climb that summit. We're not making the mountain smaller. We're just giving more tools to summit the mountain. And that's what ListenWise and all the strategies that we're doing here makes it accessible. If we ever make things easier for kids, this is a flag for equity. We're saying, do we think that multilingual students can achieve just like everyone else? And I didn't make this really difficult text. I didn't dumb it down. I just made accessing it more accessible.
As you pointed out, Ton, you're trying to assess as you go, right? You're trying to understand where your students are. Listenwise has built-in quizzes, and after listening to the story, you could assign one after that Tubman story and see where they are and understanding the main point or vocabulary, word, and context. And now they can be assigned in English or Spanish, depending on students' language proficiency levels. So that's an exciting new development too, is that we realize, you can often language learners understand a lot more than they can express or maybe even read. So they might be able to listen to that Harriet Tubman story and understand it, but then come to a quiz in English and it's too high level for them. But give them the quiz in Spanish and they're like, oh yeah, I get this. Because all of these skills, the swirl skills, develop at different speeds and levels. And you want to give your students access to being successful on all of these skill points.